Episode 2, Bilingual, Living Two Worlds at the Same Time. Welcome to Bond, the podcast where we explore the invisible ties that connect cultures, people, and identities. Today we talk about a very special bond, one of the most complex and fascinating a human being can experience. The bond with two languages at the same time. Many people believe that being bilingual simply means knowing two vocabularies, two grammars, two ways of speaking. In reality, being bilingual means inhabiting two worlds. Not one after the other, but both at once. Imagine living every day with two countries inside your mind. Two sounds, two rhythms, two traditions, two emotional universes. A bilingual person doesn't translate. They don't move back and forth like an interpreter. They live in two interior territories that coexist, overlap, interact, and sometimes even collide. Bilingualism is a double cultural life, invisible to everyone else, but intensely alive within the mind. Anyone who is bilingual knows this feeling well. You name objects in whichever language shows up first. You think in one language and love in another. You dream in one code and argue in a completely different one. It is a constant dance between identities. Science tells us that the brain of someone who speaks two languages isn't just more trained. It is literally built differently. The areas of the brain that manage attention, memory, emotional regulation, cognitive flexibility are more active, more connected, and faster. This isn't about being more intelligent. It's about having a brain that has always been used to doing what others find enormously demanding. Switching, shifting codes, changing rhythm, shifting communicative identity. A bilingual brain isn't just a multitasking computer. It is an architect building bridges between different worlds. Sofia was born into a Brazilian immigrant family in Italy. At home she speaks Portuguese. Outside, she speaks Italian. From the very beginning, Sofia lives two lives. In her family's kitchen, Portuguese carries the aroma of her mother's café filtrado, the loud laughter of her uncles, the samba music floating from the radio. It is the language of warmth, joyful chaos, and intimacy. At school, Italian means order, homework, rules, new friendships, and belonging. It is the language of her social identity. Sofia grows up with two parallel childhoods. Both authentic. Both real. And when, as an adult, she thinks of the word family, it appears in Portuguese. But when she thinks of the word future, it comes in Italian. Because a language is never just a code. It is a container of emotions. One of the most common questions. Do bilingual people have two personalities? The answer is surprising. Not two different personalities, but two versions of the same personality. It's like looking at the same painting in daylight and then at sunset. The painting doesn't change. The atmosphere does. Bilingualism works exactly like this. It illuminates your personality from different angles. In one language you feel formal. In another spontaneous. In one you may be diplomatic. In the other more direct. In one you're shy. In the other sarcastic. It's not pretending. It's adaptation. It's fluid identity. Every language has an emotional code that goes deep inside us. The mother tongue is pure, raw, direct. It's the language of crying, strong emotions, early memories. The second language is filtered, controlled. The language of distance, decisions, explanations. This is why many people can talk about their traumas only in a foreign language. Because that language lets them breathe. Lets them observe from afar. What hurts too much in the mother tongue? Bilingualism is the ability to move your heart. From one language to another. There is a beautiful phenomenon many bilinguals know well. When a bilingual person returns to the country of their second language, something switches on. Words arrive faster. Accents become natural again. Emotions realign. Memories wake up. It's as if every language has a geographical place where it lives best. Where it resonates most deeply. And when a bilingual travels, Something inside shifts, reactivates, awakens. Bilingualism is a journey. Even when you stay still. Being bilingual also means being a cultural translator. Not just of words, but of worlds. It means explaining the gestures of one culture to someone who doesn't understand them. It means interpreting emotions, values, and behaviors. A bilingual person naturally becomes a human bridge. A connective force between people who would otherwise never understand one another. And this is not a burden. It is a rare strength. One the world desperately needs today. In the end, being bilingual means one thing. Having two hearts beating together. One heart belongs to your childhood, your roots, your personal history. The other belongs to the path you chose, the opportunities you embraced. The place where you grew into an adult. Bilingualism doesn't divide. Bilingualism amplifies. It amplifies who we are, what we feel, how we live, and it allows us to inhabit two worlds without ever having to choose. Because both of them, equally, belong to us. Every word is a bridge. Every silence, a story. We have crossed different worlds, but the bond remains. Thank you for traveling with us. This was Bond, where languages meet and stories come together. Until our next connection.